So go ahead and erase this one. We'll start a brand new one.
You try to pull. You're coming back up.
So if you like, we can actually pick a different company.
Petco. Yeah. Okay, somebody else. I just throw names out there.
Who did you say?
I said Petco.
Oh, Petco.
Figured it was an animal company. We gave you another one, so it was an animal company.
I'm not opposed to Petco. I don't
Well, I
have
don't know, anybody can pick. I'm just throwing names out there.
I just learned about a client of mine. It's called Regis Corporation.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of them before?
No, never.
So they actually started like maybe years ago, and they actually are in the hair industry. So they bought all the supercuts and like all of those different subsidiaries, and they franchised them out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess they created, kind of, I don't know, maybe kind of in my head it fit kind of the scenario that we were talking
Had some
about.
deep pockets.
So,
Yeah, they bought like I don't even know how many subs are under Regis Corporation. It was like 12, 15 like subsidiaries,
okay.
but they're all related to like hair care, and they also offer like schools and stuff like that. But what's the name?
That's it.
Okay. Would you guys feel comfortable with that?
Well, I don't know anything about
Regis
them.
Corporation, they're the parent company to like Supercuts. And
Oh, yeah. No, I've heard of
I
them.
mean, we've all had to get haircuts before, hopefully.
My mom cuts one.
So do you want to focus on Regis as a haircutting thing?
Yeah, you should pick one industry,
I
right?
mean, that's the important part of scenario building, which I didn't mention before, right? You have to specify the reality that they're studying.
can do Supercuts then.
So
That's
do
what I
we
was gonna
say?
say, you could do super.
Yeah, so yeah,
the
that's
whole
important, because
other
if you do Regis as a holding company, that's different as Regis as a supercuts owner. Right? So you want to do Regis as supercuts?
Supercuts.
Is that one word or two?
One word.
Somehow I feel like it's just college students cutting your hair. I'm too scared to go to one of those.
They're okay.
I
Yeah, I used to get my haircut
haven't,
with them all the
I
time.
haven't tried it yet.
All right, so supercuts. We like supercuts, all right? So we know that's a probably a fragmented strategic environment. Remember we talked about that? Fragmented, specialized volume and stalemate. Remember we talked about that? Anybody not remember? Should I review it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know with strategic environments you have four, right? Let's start with the boring one, stalemates. Okay? Remember we talked about industry life cycle?
Yeah.
When an industry is going into decline, it's usually in a stalemate, right? So you think about an industry where people are just trying to get out of it, right? So think about, and I learned of an interesting one recently, right? Has anybody been to Huntington Library?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Now that guy made like streetcars for LA and the greater LA area, right? Now, once vehicles actually started penetrating the West, the demand for his services decreased. So as his demand for services was decreasing, that was an example of a stalemate industry, right? Okay. Think of another one, circuses, okay? People don't really go to the circus, but there was one in France in the Carrefour parking lot. Yeah, I know this is already a bad start to a story, right? It was really like depressing. Like it was like these animals, like great big animals in these little cages. I mean, it actually was like, I wanted to cry. I mean, it was really, I felt bad more
Were
than
there
anything.
protesters?
No, I've never something like that. But you have to remember, this is a country that during the Paris Commune, the first thing they did was eat the animals in the Paris Zoo. I mean, they're only upset with animals when they're not on their plate. So, anyway, I'm digressing. But yeah, it made me sad, right, the whole thing. But Cirque du Soleil, so we'd agree that circus is kind of a stalemate industry, right? I can't think of the last time I've been to a circus. Maybe
No,
4 or 5.
didn't one of the big ones just go out of business?
Ringling Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know, so it's definitely a stalemate industry. But there's still opportunities, like Cirque du Soleil has come back in and kind of revitalized it to an extent. And they don't have animals and all that stuff, but it's, it's a little different, but it's working, right? They've differentiated themselves quite a bit. So that's a stalemate, okay, declining industry. Volume, it's a volume industry. Not so much growing, but actually probably grown already, right? And let's build on this a little bit. They're grown and they depend on economies of scale. In other words, you have to produce a lot of whatever it is you're producing just to make a profit.
Like Apple?
Not so much Apple, because volume industries typically don't have room for differentiation.
Farmers.
Think of farmers who produce milk. Milk is more or less milk. Grain is more or less grain. Industries that produce almost identical products. Maybe long haul trucking might be a good example too. Right? You gotta have a lot of trucks. Trucking, I mean, it gets from point A to point B. You're good to go. So that's a weird one. In my opinion, flying would be an example of a volume industry because I could argue that more or less airlines all provide the same service. Airlines would probably not agree with that, right? They're very different. They are specialized. You know, when you go fly on, pick your favorite airline, you get some sort of special service, or, you know, whatever. So they actually try to differentiate themselves.
For me, it's just get to point E to point B.
Right, and that's the thing where, you know, sometimes definitions of these kind of strategic environments are customer defined and also supplier defined. Remember talking about how key success factors are derived? So for you as a customer, yeah, you could actually argue that it is volume, even if the airline agrees that no, it's, you know, actually more of a specialized. Does that make sense? It's not that one's right or wrong, it's different perspectives. Which actually brings us up to the next one. We got specialized. What's specialized?
Something more specific that company produces or...
Yeah, they may produce a lot of it, but they argue that it's really different. Think of drug companies, right? Wow, you know. Ask your doctor if whatever is right for you, you know. That's specialized, right? It's something quite different. So quite a bit of competitive advantage, quite a bit of scope of differentiation, right? Now, to build on the supercuts example, fragmented industries, right? These are ones where there's not a lot of competitive advantage, but there is also some differentiation as well. And that's basically individuals, typically individuals or small companies that usually are geographically restricted. Think of plumbers, dry cleaners, gyms, barbers, your local, you know, whatever it is. So they're kind of like big fish in a small pond kind of thing. Right. Yeah, you may be the best barber within a 5-block radius, but you know, if you go 10 blocks, you know, you're outclassed because you argue that nobody's going to walk around 10 blocks for a haircut. Right. So far, so good? So we would argue that supercuts is probably in a fragmented kind of industry structure or strategic environment, right? So we should probably keep that in the back of our mind when we start constructing our variables, right? We know supercuts isn't competing with, I don't know.
Vidal Sassoon or something.
Yeah, Vidal Sassoon. I was going to say Gore Vidal. That's a different person. That's a historian. Different.
So the 4 industries you were saying was fragmented, still make volume specialized?
Yeah, that's right. So, having kind of given you a little background there on supercuts or kind of type of industry, what do we think? Pivot and key variables.
Key is stylist. You're always going to need them.
So
Yeah.
I was going to say people have hair, but then I
Oh,
realized.
people have hair. You can do that one either. Yeah, absolutely.
So stylist. And you see, everyone's laughing. So that's probably a pretty good key variable, right? It's kind of like, you know, when Mr. T would have his little things, say, hey, you, come here, you, the one with the teeth. You know, hey, you, come here, you, the one with the hair. You know. Yeah, sorry, I'm dating myself. But so, all right, people are going to have hair, and it's going to be stylists. There's going to be some sort of a need for stylists, right? So we agree on those. What else?
Didn't you just say it was, they were different, all different, somewhat different? No.
Yeah. So stylists are possibly different in some way, right?
Do supercuts do hair, like hair?
They do
Hairdos?
everything. Yeah, they do everything.
Oh, okay. I just always thought they did hair.
It's just not fashionable.
So then probably events,
You said events.
like weddings, quinceañeras.
Wait, so what is a quinceañera to hair show?
No, like because that's why I asked them if
Like
they do
updos.
updos.
Oh, okay.
Updos.
So like a special occasion demand, right?
Yeah, special occasion.
What about membership programs?
That's true.
Yeah, competition.
So when we start talking about like special membership and competition, we start maybe shifting away from key variables, right? Because one, we don't, like for example, I just don't know anything about really any of that. So it's probably more of a pivot. I mean, I can agree that people need their hair done on a special occasion, that makes sense. I can certainly understand that services can be different. You know, people have hair. You know. So, but then we start shifting to pivots, just like what you're talking about, right? So, competition, we don't know what the competition is going to do. We really don't. I have no way of really knowing barbershop competition.
Also with price range, or the price is pretty different depending on the location or.
Are there franchises, or they're all company owned?
I just want to hear a little more about this. What do you think we know or don't know about the price, though?
Oh, we don't know if either. It's because a lot of salons are different prices, but I'm not sure of Supercuts. It's like it depends on the actual individual. Sometimes there's independent, like stylist in
Renting the chairs.
Renting
Yeah.
the
So no, but
Every
their
time
prices are
it's
standard.
They're setting.
Yeah, their haircuts and everything are
So
standard
it's like
prices.
Standard prices.
Like going to
So
a
that's
store,
so that's
the
Yeah.
prices are set.
Like you want a haircut for men, it's this, for
There's
women
no
it's
chair
that.
fee.
But here's one that may build on what you said. Can it be profitable or not based on those fixed prices? That we don't know.
Profitability.
It may work in Iowa, but it may not work in downtown.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
How much someone is willing to pay.
Right, this is a tough one. So you mentioned that they're franchise, right? Anything we know about that or don't know about it?
It is a franchise?
So,
It recently got bought.
they were about like a 2000
Oh.
somewhere. Yeah, so it's like,
I think it might be because
I
I've been
think
to
the
a few different
Supercuts
ones,
actually
and the
is,
prices are different for each, like, we're different for each salon.
I think the Supercuts is franchises, but some of the other stuff is.
That's what I was asking, because price-wise, if they are a franchise, it would be harder to standardize the price.
I think they have like a set price and they can't go like below that, but they can charge more if they like, depending on their location.
So we can have a price range, right?
What about the one that you were just talking about? Being local is actually an advantage because obviously no one wants to walk 10 blocks just for a haircut.
Yeah. So being local is an advantage, right? So you can say that people are kind of lazy, but they're not going to go that far. So we'll just say lazy people. We kind of know what we're
Due
talking about.
to LA traffic, nobody wants to go anywhere.
I mean, because I noticed that their locations are pretty local, like by a grocery store or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
So people are lazy, right? Or
Would it just be
convenient.
location?
Convenient location.
What about products?
What about?
All the Supercuts that I've ever been to, they have similar
Same problem. So we know so much now about supercuts, but we actually don't know much about what we don't know.
What about customers?
Yeah, bam, right?
Like some people have their own traditional way of the person they want to go to the same stylist in a different location. What about those kind of people? They just come in just for like a quick, because they were procrastinating on their haircut or something like that.
So kind of a surprise
Surprise
visit.
walk-ins.
like months at a time.
Okay. And Esmeralda, what did you think?
Like in consumers' attitudes, like maybe they might not like Supercuts.
Right,
Or
like
they'll
like
just-
you were saying, you didn't want somebody cutting your hair.
Or like some people are used
Right.
to the same person touching their hair and they're like, yeah, I'm not gonna.
I
go
think
there.
for a lot of women it's
Customer
different.
demand almost, right?
For a lot of women, if it's hard because I have long hair. So if she chops it off really short and it's a new person, I'm screwed because my hair doesn't grow that fast, and most girls have that problem. So once you find somebody that does know how to cut your hair the way you like it and listens, then you fall in love
So
with
that
her.
takes
and
a lot
will
of
grow.
trial and error too, because I used to have
What
a
about
stylist
Yelp
that did my
reviews?
hair for several years.
What about Yelp reviews?
And then,
You don't know what they're gonna
but
be.
Right,
nobody's ever told my
reputation.
hair how to
Yeah.
cut my hair.
So far in my life, it's only happened
Or
twice.
customer reviews.
So we've got a ton of variables here. Now let's smash them together. Make sure everything doesn't turn off. So now we're going to smash these things together.
So under uncertainty with plus these being on this side, that means that we don't know any of this over here?
Yeah, we don't really know. We don't know what the competition's going to do. We don't know if it'll be profitable. We don't know about walk-ins.
if we were to, is there any way that one of those would have ended up down there where it says minus, minus? What would that be?
Oh, so by the way, these are not to scale. I mean, these really would all be in the corner. I'm just kind of writing them down as we go.
Oh.
So if you want to have something that's actually very obvious and doesn't really impact us, it's probably not of much use.
People have hair.
I mean, but that's actually important for barbers, right? I mean, that's their whole business.
Yes.
But, you know, for example, there'll be a Justin Bieber concert this weekend. Well, we know that, but who cares?
So it'd be like
I was gonna
concert.
say seasonality, right? So
Or
maybe
they
it's
all
like
want their hair
increase or
cut like
decrease.
his.
But see, that's actually relevant,
Yes.
right? Whereas him just having a concert isn't.
Okay.
So like saying if we put concert, it would be under minus, minus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Or, we don't know, but who cares? Is there going to be a concert this weekend? I don't know, who cares? Right? Doesn't really matter in terms of cutting hair.
So the who cares would be the uncertainty or the impact?
No, impact is the impact is I care,
Okay.
whereas down here it's,
Okay.
yeah, who cares? Yeah, or I don't care. Does that make sense? Yeah, things that are kind of at the extreme ends here, they are of limited utility, but you may want to include them just for completeness.
Yes, the top is I care, don't care, and to the right was I don't know.
Yeah, don't know, and I know. So far, so good? So let's smash them together. This is the best part. So remember, we did like Gladys did. You can just throw them up together and just kind of let it surprise you what you'll come up with.
An easy one would be because people have hair.
Run that by me one more time.
Because people have hair, there's a customer demand.
And what about the customer demand?
There's an increase.
In hair,
In
there's an
hair.
increase in hair.
Yeah. Basically.
Your hair grows.
People have hair?
So there's an increase in
Increases
profit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay, so we'll kind of put people have more hair.
Well, you know what it could be?
Could be a
It could be shorter haircuts become more popular,
Or people treat their hair.
which is related to people having hair.
So you almost have to add different variables for that though, right?
Yeah.
So you have to pick different ones. So this one would almost be just like, you guys are talking about people have more hair than ever, for whatever reason, because there's more people. There's more hair than ever. Increased population, whatever the case is. So you need more haircuts, and therefore there's more profitable. To me, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about because due to special occasions coming up, the Yelp reviews
Go
are
ahead.
bad, and because of that, the customer demand is going down.
So special occasion.
And it could be flipped. Could be flipped too.
So let's start with this one, right? I've got my numbers all messed up, but make that a 5. Special occasions, we said customer demand will go down.
No, Yelp review with bad Yelp reviews.
With
Oh,
bad
yeah, that
Yelp.
makes a little more sense, yeah. Let's see, where were we? Oh yeah, bad customer, low customer demand. Yeah, I can see that, okay? The special occasions going up. Oh, I should have switched these, shouldn't I have? Yeah, there's bad Yelp reviews in there for this low customer
And
demand.
those two you could flip as well.
Yeah, you could also say special cases going up.
Yelp reviews, if they're good, then the customer demand goes up.
Bam. Let's do one more. We'll write some recommendations. Yeah.
Because services are different than other salons, it increases their profit and walk-in, customer walk-in.
We could do both. What if you could do 2? Is that possible?
2 what?
Walk-ins go up and customer demand goes up?
Sure.
Or
She
you have
just,
to
she
pick?
just chose, I think you chose profit, right?
No, I'm saying it can only be 3 all the time, or you could do 4.
Well, I mean, the ratio that I kinda like is.
Just 3.
Let's see, let's see, make sure I get this out.
Can we choose two key variables?
Now, I like to keep that golden rule of 3 to 1,
3 to
or
1.
1 to 2 rather. Yeah, that's kind of the tricky part. Yeah, ideally, if you have all the time in the world, you can, have 20 or 30 variables that you.
You can do a lot of them.
Yeah, the more variables, the more complete picture you have of a future, right? But you guys are good. You're linking the stuff together. I'm pleased. Stuff is stuck. Should have you guys come down to my main campus.
Extra
Hopefully no one watches that from there.
Yeah, there's not much chance. All right. So far so good? So you want to build some recommendations? So let's start with, so we've already got some great ones. So we got this one about, people have more hair than ever before. Customer demand goes up and profit goes up. That seems like a pretty rosy picture, doesn't it? So what do we do about that?
Hire more stylists.
For example?
Or open more locations.
Yeah. So then you've met customer demand. But if there's more profit, then maybe something else you need to worry about. What do you do with the profit? Of course, like you mentioned, more locations, more staff, but maybe have, better accountants or something like that too.
Less, even better products.
Buying the competition.
Maybe educate more like stylist education.
Raise prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raise prices even more. These are all good suggestions. Every single one of them. Excellent. So let's shift gears here.
Special occasions.
There's a lot of special occasions. The Yelp reviews are getting really bad, so customers don't want to buy the services anymore.
Invest on what's trending.
You
And
could.
how does that address the ambiguity? Invest in what's trendy. What does that do?
Well, if you were talking bad about it, like, that means maybe their, like, stuff is outdated, maybe it just doesn't comply with what people are looking for in styles.
Send them back to
Yeah.
school.
So they do the good styles. That takes care of the Yelp reviews and make sure that customers are happy.
What about offering more coupons on Yelp?
I was
So
gonna say
check
that,
into
Or,
the
like,
offer.
or if we don't know what's on Yelp, it could be retraining the employees too.
It's not so much offering more coupons, is that every year there's something different. So that's why every year there's like, because my friend's a hairstylist, so it's like whenever there's events for a hairstylist, she goes. So she's learning new styles, new cuts, new colors all the time. And if she has somebody with her, an assistant, she takes them with them so they're learning as well.
Yeah.
So that's how they stay on top of it.
Yeah. Huh. It's kind of a Mary Parker Foley kind of thing. So you actually ask what's the real root of the problem, right? I'm pleased. So far, so good. So we got this one. How about this one here? Let's see if I can remember this. The services are different in each shop, which means that there'll be more walk-ins and also more profit.
So you could get more stylists and then train them to learn the same thing that other stylists are doing.
Or higher.
It's a little like the first one.
I know, because it's more about what you're gonna do with the
Because
profit.
it's all good.
For that one, it's more hire more people.
Hire more people. What if you had a system that better accommodated walk-ins? Right?
Rather
Like
than
an
like
online
first
check-in?
in, first come, like you could do an online, like,
For
That's
example.
what he said.
Yeah.
They all text you.
Or you could do like, I used to go to this barber shop in France and I stopped going there because of this. So what they do is they have so many walk-ins, instead of telling you just go shopping and come back in an hour. And they, oh yeah, great, we'll get you into shampoo. And they get you in the shampoo thing, and they take your coat and your bag and everything.
You can't leave.
Yeah, you're like stuck there because they shampooed you, and you sit in the chair and wait for an hour.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Some nail shops do that too.
Really?
Yeah, it would just. I remember one time I even told them, I said, I just went shopping and I've got ice cream in the thing. Is this going to be like a 5-minute thing or is this going to be an hour thing? Oh, it's just a 5-minute thing. After 15 minutes, I'm like, how much do I owe you for putting crap in my hair? I got ice cream in the bag. I got to go home.
No, you're right. If there's more walk-ins, then you should be addressing the walk-ins, because that's unpredictable.
They probably do that so you won't leave and go somewhere else.
What's that?
They probably do that so you won't leave and go find another.
Oh yeah, that's exactly why.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as a regular, if you did do that, if they did do that, you would come back. Cause at my nail shop, they would put you on the chair and you sit there for about a good 20 minutes or so. But when they're really busy, they will tell the people, come back in like 20 minutes, 30
Yeah.
minutes. So they have done it.
Yeah.
And they do come back.
Yeah.
When you're
And I
ready.
would have come back too. I'd have gone shopping. I would have gone to McDonald's. I think I could have had a grand time. Not sitting there with no jacket, no books, no bag, and the ice cream and the thing. So, yeah, very cool.
I think it depends on who walks in. If people know who it is, then they'll be like, come back. If they don't know if it's a new customer, they try to do it.
Yeah, it's an American thing. Anyhow. So far, so good. You guys feel comfortable with it? Do you guys need to do any more? Or you guys feel good about it?
Better.
Good.
Coming back.
I'm just tickled to death. You guys have done a great job. I'm so pleased.
I have to get your look of my notes out of the box.
Hey,
Just in case.
You know, you can check out my YouTube channel.
That too, I forgot.
You know, I don't think the lights turned off during that. Yeah, they did actually. It was a longer video. So what I would suggest, looking at our time, take our break about 8 minutes early. Take a 10-minute break. Start kind of